Hello. హలో అన్న వాయిస్ వస్తుంది చూడు ఒకసారి వస్తుందా నాది సరే సరే ఓకే
हेलो। छः। हेलो। हेलो।
जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की, सुखद प्रतीक हरित भारत की। कृषि धन पशुधन मानव जीवन, दुग्ध मत्स्य फल यंत्र सुवर्धन। वैज्ञानिक विधि नव तकनीकी, पारिस्थितिकी का संरक्षण। सस्य श्यामला छवि भारत की, जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की। हिम प्रदेश से सागर तट तक, मरुधरती से पूर्वोत्तर तक। हर पथ पर है मित्र कृषक की, शिक्षा शोध प्रसार सकल तक। आशा स्वावलंबित भारत की, जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की, जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की।
The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys to unlock your personal excellence. A very good morning to everyone gathered here. I, Karthik,
And I, Aishwarya GS from PGDM APM 2224 batch, welcome you all to the grand inaugural event of Sankalp 7.0, a unique national bee fest organized by the students of PGDM APM at ICAR-NAARM.
I welcome all the dignitaries present on the dais.
Today, on this splendid occasion, we have with us the guest of honor, Mr. Sai Arvind Kunapareddy, Senior Marketing Manager, Fasal. Now, I call upon Dr. G. Venkateshwarlu, Joint Director, ICAR-NAARM, to welcome Mr. Sai Arvind Kunapareddy with a flower bouquet. Thank you, sir. Now, I call upon Dr. Ranjit Kumar, Head ABM, to welcome our Joint Director with a flower bouquet.
Thank you, sir. The galaxy of intellectuals, invited guests, respected professors, esteemed sponsors, participants, and dear friends. How different is this morning?
Indeed, very wonderful. The vibes all around tell a beautiful tale, which is truly unforgettable. Dear audience, you yourself will discover the colors of this event, embellish all of us together. We continue the legacy of Sankalp with the 3 flagship events: Adhishtata, the best manager competition; Samadhan, the case study competition; Advitiya, the business plan competition.
Our sprint events are Adjunction, the ad creation event; Analytica, the data analysis event; Flashgun, the photography competition; and Darpan, the business quiz competition. Dear audience, we are glad to tell you that Sankalp 7.0 has received a whopping 9,000 plus registrations from 1,000 plus institutes with 200 plus finalists.
Our esteemed sponsors for Sankalp 7.0 are title sponsor, Fasal; diamond sponsor, A-Idea; gold sponsor, Bayer Crop Science; Indofil Industries Limited, Rallis India Limited; Synergy Technofin Private Limited, Wakul Foods and Products Private Limited. Co-sponsors, Green and Interior Designers, National Academy of Agriculture Sciences, NAS, Hyderabad Chapter, WeGrow, and knowledge partner, Kinetic.
Moving forward with the event, we are fortunate to have Dr. Ranjit Kumar, Head ABM Division and Chairman Organizing Committee, as a personification of knowledge and experience with a persistent source of inspiration to all of us. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Ranjit Kumar to deliver the welcome speech and give a brief introduction about Sankalp 7.0.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Honorable our Joint Director, Dr. G. Venkateshwarlu Garu. Today's chief guest of honor, Mr. Sai Arvind Kunapareddy from Fasal. He is head sales and marketing manager from Fasal. And you all know that Fasal is agri-tech startups and doing wonderful job. Our own faculty, principal coordinator, Dr. B. Ganesh Kumar, all the team members from Fasal, thank you for coming here. My faculty of this academy, students, and all the participants coming from all over the India, all over the country. I welcome you all in this inaugural function of Sankalp 7.0. As my friends have told that now this year Sankalp has received a tremendous response from students coming from across the country. And in fact, we never expected that this kind of response will be coming, because we are meeting this year after 2 years of a hiatus that we could not have in-person Sankalp for last 2 years due to COVID pandemic. So this is a great pleasure to welcome you all in this campus of this academy. I hope you are enjoying our green campus of this ICAR-NAARM. So just a little bit about ICAR-NAARM, because many of you may be coming first time in this campus. This academy is one of the unique research or academy under Indian Council of Agriculture Research. Indian Council of Agriculture Research comes under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India. And under ICR, we are having more than 113 research institutes all over the country. And you name any agriculture commodity, any livestock, we are having one research institute at one or the other locations. But this academy is not about any individual crop, any individual livestock. We are agnostic to all these crops and livestock. We are basically in human resource development. And so our mandate is capacity building of professionals, then research training program, conducting training programs, and then doing policy advocacy for the government of India as well as, particularly for Ministry of Agriculture. And so in the last 5-6 years, or you can say the last 10 years, we have evolved over the years and we have diversified our portfolio as an academy. And then we are having this agribusiness management program, which is a 2 years AICT approved program. And this year we are having 13th and 14th batch of this agribusiness management program in this academy. And this Sankalp is organized and managed completely by our students. So we are having very small bunch of students, only 60 students in each batch, and they are organizing all these events. And so you can just imagine that when we are receiving 9,000 registration across 7 events, and all these screenings are done by these students. So they deserve one big round of applause for doing tremendous job. And so for these 2 days of 16th, 17th September, this is a grand finale event, and we are inviting only finalists for all the 7 events, or you can say that 3 flagship event and 2 offline events. We are having 2 online events exclusively. So we are calling finalists of 5 events, and in total we are calling hardly 50 to 60 finalists to the campus. So although numbers are very less, but they are filtered out best of registrants and participants. So again, big round of applause to all those finalists who are coming here and attending this function. So as my friends told that, this year we have received registration from more than 1,000 campuses, and those campuses include almost all the IITs, almost 20 IITs and 20 IIMs, almost all the IIMs also. And so if you are getting selected at this level, then again, you deserve your own appreciation also, that you are beating a lot many deserving candidates also. And so big thumbs up to you. But at the same time, during these 2 days, you will be passing through jury members, and jury members will be screening you. You will be making presentation, and then there will be winner and runner up for each event. But each participant, each finalist really have a very promising future. And for your own knowledge, that we are having AIDEA, which is also our platinum sponsor for this program, and which is one of the best agri-tech, or you can say that technology business incubator in the country. So particularly for Aditya event, whoever is participating and presenting their business idea, even if you are not winning that this event, but still you feel that your plan is having potential and you are passionate about your plan, then you can come back to our campus and you can apply for a different round of AIDEA, where we are ready to even pitch for, we are ready to fund your idea, and you can get your idea accelerated to new businesses as agri startup. So this is such a platform where we try to collaborate. We also provide platform for competition, and as well as we try to work together with this kind of platform. We are providing connections, not only our students with other campus students, but other students also get knowledge from other participants. So in one way, this Sankalp is also democratizing knowledge sharing across the country, across different campuses, whether it is a B schools, whether it is engineering school, colleges, or even agricultural university. So I welcome you all in this event, and please participate in all the events wherever you find time and wherever your interest is there. All the events will be conducted after this inaugural session. We will be having 2 special sessions, one by Fasal team and another one by our AIDEA, that is Technology Business Incubator Center. So after these 2 sessions, we will be having lunch break, and after that, all the technical events will be held in another building, that is Faculty Center, and all those competitive events will be held there itself. And then again, tomorrow we will come back here, and we will be having last round of Adhistata, that is Best Manager event. And that stress round will be held in this auditorium, and it will be followed by a valedictory session. For the sponsor information, where your money is going and where we are using your money. So we are giving away around 1.31 lakh rupees as a cash prize across all the winners of these 7 events. And along with that, we are also now giving a small token of, you can say, that reimbursing their travel expenses when whoever finalists are coming to our campuses. And again, we are providing boarding lodging in this campus for these 2 days. So you can be assured that your money is well utilized, and you will find a lot of synergies by partnering with us, and we will be discussing on all these aspects during the next 2 days. So thank you very much for coming to this event, and welcome you in this academy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your positivity and encouragement has always brightened our days.
Light is a symbol of brightness and prosperity. As sunlight expels darkness of might, similarly, blessings bring prosperity and happiness in our life. Now, I call upon the respective dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp and to receive the blessings to continue the program.
Thank you, everyone. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our esteemed sponsors of Sankalp 7.0, title sponsor, Fasal, diamond sponsor, A-Idea, gold sponsor, Bayer Crop Science, Indophil Industries Limited, Rallis India Limited, Synergy Technofin Private Limited, Begul Foods and Products Private Limited. Co-sponsors, Green and Interior Designers, National Academy of Agriculture Science, NAS, Hyderabad Chapter, WeGrow, and Knowledge Partner, Kinetic.
Fasal. It's a pioneer of precision farming in India with a vision of grow more and grow better. Founded in 2018 by Shailendra Tiwari and Anand Verma, Fasal's AI-powered IoT platform enables on-farm sensors and scientific calculations to convey farm and yield-specific actionable bits of knowledge to farmers in their respective languages. By equipping farmers with the crop intelligence, Fasal has positively impacted 50,000 plus acres of farmlands across the country to mitigate production risks and achieve higher yields and profitability.
It gives me immense pleasure to introduce the guest of honor, Mr. Sai Arvind Kunaparelli, Senior Marketing Manager, Fasal. Sir has completed Bachelor of Technology in Food Technology and Processing from National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management, and Master of Business Administration in Agribusiness Management from Symbiosis Institute of International Business. Sir started his career as Marketing and Product Development Manager in UPL Limited. Currently, Sir is working as Marketing Manager in Fasal. Now I request our esteemed guest, Mr. Sai Arvind Kunaparelli, to address the audience.
Hello. Yeah. Thank you, team. First of all, very good morning to one and all. First of all, very good morning to one and all present here. I thank Mr. Ranjit Kumar for giving us the opportunity to represent this event as well. So before to start with, I'm Arvind. I think my name is called in different ways, but I'm Arvind. I come from a startup called Fasal. We are based out of Bangalore. So before I start this speech, I just wanted to understand how many of you know about Fasal before coming here itself? Please raise your hands. Oh, that's great. I think we are actually creating the impact, right? So yeah, so I would like to introduce my team over here. So we have Sadia from our HR team. Guys, placements are also around the corner, right? Yeah. Yeah. So we have Abhay Bharadwaj from our team as well. He's from the hardware team. And also we have Mr. Jitendra Singhal, head of sales and marketing over here. Sorry, he got delayed. That's why I'm taking the stage right now. Yeah. Yeah. So to start with, so we are a startup who based out of Bangalore. So everybody heard of this term precision farming, right? What exactly is precision farming? If you define in one word what it is. That's what. So till now it has been a concept, but we have been in the business since 2018, and since then the concept has turned into reality, and we are very commercially viable as well, right? And in India and other countries, I think we are hitting this population of out of 10 billion in 2050, right? And there is a lot of scope in terms of productivity and everything. So we are talking about productivity, we are talking about doubling farmers' income, etc. So what are we doing about it? So what are the problems that you are facing at this point of time? Now, what are the current bottlenecks? We have been doing agriculture since last decades, and we don't have the data. In India, if you talk about, there's no proper data that is available in terms of forecasting, in terms of creating the positive impact across the globe, right? So data is everything, right? I mean, all these institutes, everybody is working on the basis of data, the historic data. So what do we have since last few years? I don't think in India, we don't have these numbers right at any point of time. But with our system that has been developed in India itself, we created this Fasal 3.0, and now we also launched this new device called Fasal Kranti. We had come a long way in terms of impacting farmers' lives. So these systems are, Abhay is here, so he is part of hardware team. So they develop the systems in India, and we try to install the systems in the farmers' land, right? So there are a lot of farmers who got benefited in terms of taking their own data. I mean, when I talk about data, it's crop specific, farm specific, and crop state specific. So we are talking about weather, right? We are also talking about macroclimatic, we're talking about microclimatic, all these things. But if you don't have the data at the right place at the right time, we don't know how much to give and when to give. That's precision farming, right? We giving the right amount of resources to the farm in boosting the profitability is what precision farming is all about, with the help of data. That's what we are trying to solve. We are trying to solve the guesswork that is happening currently in all parts of India. But precision farming, it has started very long back in 1990s itself. But we are in 2022, and we still most of them don't know what exactly is precision farming. So that's what we are here. And we are the fastest growing startup in India. I'm proud to say that we are one of the top Indian agriculture startups which made precision farming a reality, and not like the other startups which are actually giving a satellite imagery data and etc. We are giving the proper data that is particular to the farm, not by based off the previous predictions, etc. So we are into business since last 5 years, and if I tell you, we are young bunch of folks. Our average age is just 28. Imagine, we are just our company is very young, and if I exclude all these head of departments, I think we'll be around 25, right? So yeah, when I talk about
data, right? We already into business and we have 60,000 acres covered in India itself. And we primarily deal with horticulture, right? Why horticulture is some question which I'll ask you later. But we are into horticulture business, and we are spread across 13 states right now in terms of installing all our systems, and we are in Thailand as well. And we are not going to stop now, and we want to take this precision farming to each and every farmer in the world. That's the vision of Fasil, and that's why we are here. Even though we are a 4.5-year-old company, but we are sponsoring this event. So we have come a long way, and we are here to solve real-time problems in terms of data, in terms of forecast, in terms of productivity. Because in future, if you see, if you don't give the right amount of all these inputs, we don't get the right amount of output. So for that, all this data, all these sensors that we are talking, everything is important to change this current scenario. And I think a lot of young people are coming into farming business at this point of time. If you say like the current age of farming is also being drastically reducing, and people are trying to try different things, and everybody is getting aware of whatever we are trying to do and what exactly is happening around. So we are here to just prove the point and take this collaboration and take this opportunity to tell all this audience over here that we are a company, we are trying to solve problems, and we would be needing a lot of help in terms of creating those research. We have a number of departments in our company itself. We have an artificial intelligence team, we have agri research team, and we have a hardware team. We are engineers who are software engineers who are developing these models in the background. There are a lot of things that are happening in the background, but the farmer only sees an alert, right? We are just giving an actionable intelligence to act. So that's in their own language, in their own vernacular language. That's where we are trying to solve the communication gap as well, and also trying to bridge the gap of data in our country. So this is very important for us, and Fasil is a baby for all of us in our company, and we would like to treat it like a baby, and we would like to nurture it properly, and take it forward in the years to come, right? So on that note, I just wanted to end this presentation speech saying we also saved 11 crores of water in the country. You're wondering how, right? Yeah. You're wondering how. So 11 crore liters. Our farmers who use our advisory tend to give only right amount of water at the right time. And that is really important for us. Everybody is talking about sustainability. What are we doing about it? Everybody is talking about all the emissions. What are we doing about it? So at the end of the day, climate change is real. And you know what is happening around. And we are here to supporting that mission of climate change, and we're trying to reduce the carbon footprint, etc. So we are not only impacting the lives of farmers, but also impacting the lives of farmers in the very rightful way and the sustainable way. So yeah, so I just wanted to put this thought in everybody, like the young budding managers over here. We are trying to solve some real-time problems. If you want to join our revolution, I think we are looking forward to see you guys. And yeah, and all the best for the event, and also best of luck for all the participants over here. Thank you. Yeah.
It was indeed insightful. Thank you, sir, for your words on precision farming to solve the real-time problems in agriculture and how Fasil is contributing towards the same.
Moving forward, it's my honor to introduce a man who has been a guiding light to our institution. His brilliance, passion, work ethic, and his humble nature is an example for many of us to follow. I welcome Dr. G. Venkateshwarlu, Joint Director, ICAR-NAARM, to deliver the presidential address.
Good morning, everyone. Dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, and also who joined virtually, and my dear students and friends. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling with a young and smart group. Now, Mr. Arvind mentioned the average age of his company. First, he mentioned 28. He felt 28 is little higher side, excluded heads and made it 25. Then if that is the case, how should we tell about NARM and ICR? And what should I tell about our average and all? Yes, but definitely, we at NARM even younger than 25. The reason being, we are always with you. We are always with less than 25 and between 22 and 25. So that's why we feel really blessed. We are fortunate to be with the young generation and smart minds. And especially why I'm mentioning this NARM, as Dr. Ranjit mentioned, this is one of the academies. If we look at the other academies, like Sardar Patel Academy, which is in the same city, offer training and capacity building to IPS officer. That is one academy. And another academy in Mussoorie, which offers training to IAS. So on similar lines, this academy was established in 1976 to train, to enhance competency, capacity building of agricultural research scientists, ARS. So friends, though we started in 1976 as an academy for scientists to train scientists like other academies for IAS and IPS, but we didn't remain only to train a particular group. We started expanding our canvas. We started expanding our canvas to various stakeholders in the agriculture system. The agriculture system, particularly in India, I need not mention its great potential, great scope and all, we all know. But I would like to mention we have a system in India, National Agricultural Research and Education System. It is considered one of the largest in the world, having 113 research institutes. As Dr. Ranjit mentioned, we have institute for every commodity, starting from onion, garlic. That means if you start from cooking, tadaka, right, up to seasoning, so we have everything. So you name anything, we have. Not only that, we have agriculture university network, 74 universities, and we have vast network of Krishi Vijnana Kendra. So having all this national agricultural research system, and what we did, not only catering the needs of these things, and to really become young and younger, we started this ABM program in 2009. So that's why we don't feel that we are aging or we are aged, always taking the privilege of working together with the students. And now, not only with our own students, today we are so lucky, we are so fortunate. NARM is really blessed to have such a participation from the entire country, crossing representation from more than 1,000 institutions. There's a huge number. Fine, all may not be really reaching this final stage, but they enrolled with us, they joined hands with us, they joined hands with our student fraternity and made this institute really young and smart. Thank you for all of you for participating, and my compliments to, I think, Sankalp, the group. I don't know who named this Sankalp, is really hats up to you, hats up to them. That really speaks volumes. Sankalp. Obviously, the resolution is required. Obviously, the pledge is required. Obviously, the determination is required. I think by saying one Sankalp, it is conveying lots of messages. Hope you all understand and appreciate and take the meaning of that and you fulfill that. So I wish everyone take that and determined to compete. Yes, this is a competition. We need to compete. We need to move on. We need to really push. Here in this context, I would like to mention one good saying from Rita Mae Brown. I don't know how many, I don't ask like Arvind what he asked questions, but I don't ask. But she's a wonderful writer. She mentions about the life and happiness. To have that wonderful life and happiness, three simple mantras, three simple formulas. Someone to love, something to do, something to look forward. Very simple. I repeat once. Someone to love, something to do, something to look forward. That's enough. So unless we do, it won't be. So that's why this is determined to compete, determined to do, determined to move forward. And again, once again, compliments to my team for making wonderful efforts to bring the young minds from the country and taking part in this particular event. Another thing I would like to mention, I'm so happy to see alumnus of NIFTM. Really great satisfaction for me. That's why I was asking whether you are from Kundli campus or Tanjavur campus. Definitely for me, because I was associated very closely in syllabus development for NIFTM, particularly Kundli when it was established, and being an academic council member, framing their all the guidelines and all. So today I'm sharing with the alumnus of NIFTM. I'm really so happy as a teacher, as a academician. That's a wonderful satisfaction. If our own boy, our own girl, reaching that stage, sharing the platform, that gives immense pleasure. And I would like to wish many of you definitely join this dais one or other day, and that will be a great moment for every one of the NAARM faculty. So with that, I wish you a wonderful time in this campus. And you have such an immense potential. Particularly, I would like to just to add some more thing what Mr. Aravind added, whatever precision farming, or I can say so many things in that secondary agriculture and all. But if you look at from the smart minds, particularly in startups, in the way of startups like Fasal and all, our life, our day starts with the contribution of startups today. Really, believe me, startups have made really wonderful contribution, making unorganized sector into organized. That's the real mantra for the entire startup ecosystem. If you look at, even my day starts with the country delight, right? The day starts with coffee. The coffee comes from the milk of country delight. So earlier it was so unorganized. The supply of milk is so unorganized. The one example I tell you, at home, obviously in the morning, the milkman comes. The moment he enters, my mom or grandmom says, "Arey bhai, itna dilute kar rahe, itna pani dal rahe, kya de rahe, kya kar rahe." This is the usual suprabhat in the morning. Otherwise, kal kya hua, kal nahi diya, kal fat gaya, aaj ye hua. This is a definitely unorganized. We change one milkman, another story comes. So sometimes they come, sometimes they don't come. At the end of the month, we have to sit with our calendar. One day half liter, one day 1 liter. It's another mathematics and other arithmetics and other metrics. So this was such a unorganized. Now with wonderful innovation, it has become so organized. So organized. Even at 11:30, if I say I don't want milk tomorrow morning, no milk. I want suddenly 10 liters of milk. Yes, 10 liters will be there in my front of the door. So what I mean to say because I could see my own unorganized system has been translated into organized just because of your smartness. So like that, several examples. So now those bargaining things, those all bargaining, when we go to market, always a game. He says something, we ask something, and he comes down. And finally, we think, okay, I could really bring down. He also thinks I could really push my this one, lots of games, lots of this one. But now all with the e-commerce, online, whether I can say big basket or so many other things and all, so many startups have made a wonderful dent, and all they are by your young and smart men. That's why I have such a wonderful respect to this fraternity, to this generation, and making us also to think young, to think smart. And not only you are changing, you have changed everyone in this system, and we are really moving in a nice way, in a greater way, in a wonderful way. So with this, I wish you all to have a great time, and participation itself is a great thing. And that is the reason we kept determined to compete. That's enough. So with that, we keep on moving and moving and moving. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir, for your insights into the evolution of ICAR-NAARM and how startup ecosystem has eased our lives. And thank you also for your words of encouragement to the students to excel.
I invite Dr. B. Ganesh Kumar, the Principal Coordinator, PGDM ABM, to give words of thanks.
Thank you. Good morning to all of you. On behalf of this academy, that is ICAR National Academy of Agriculture Research Management and the Sankalp Organizing Committee, I feel very much privileged to propose words of thanks on this occasion for the inaugural program of our flagship event of PGDM ABM program, that is the Business Festival Sankalp 7.0. Let me convey our gratitude and thanks to the chief guest today, a young and inspiring personality from the emerging culture in this country, that is startup, Mr. Aravind Kunapareddy, Senior Marketing Manager from Fasal. In fact, we were very happy to follow and hear the success story of your esteemed concern, Fasal. They are doing great service to the nation in the form of conserving the resources. I can put in general that it's a very fantastic story to hear always, and it's a very right platform to just inspire our young minds too. I think we are very lucky to have you here on this occasion. So thank you so much for joining on this occasion of our inaugural program of our flagship event. And thanks to the whole team from Fasal who are inspiring our students at this moment. So thank you so much. I also thank our beloved Joint Director, Dean of this PGDM ABM program, Dr. G. Venkateswarlu, who is always with us in each and every step what we make for the cause of this PGDM ABM program. Thanks for supporting us, sir. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for joining on this inaugural event. I thank all our faculty who are our the stakeholders, who are our partners in running this academic program in this academy. So I thank all those people who have joined on this occasion. I thank all those people who have joined online and witnessing this event, inaugural program. So thank you so much to all of you from wherever you are. Your support is really a great source of inspiration, motivation to us. I thank all the finalists of various competitions who have come from various parts of the country, from various institutions, and a big congratulations too. Thanks for joining us at this occasion. And I thank all our students who have spent last fortnight spending day in, day out for making this occasion happening at this very moment. So thanks to all of you for joining us. And finally, I thank all the sponsors, especially our title sponsor, Fasal, who have decided to be with us in the start itself. Our title sponsor, Fasal, our diamond sponsor, our own prestigious technology business incubator, AIDIA. I think I thank CEO is here. I thank Dr. Sankalp Vinayagam sir for joining us, for supporting our activity. It's a great asset in our institution for our program especially. So thank you so much for sponsoring us, sir, and thank you so much for joining now. And I thank all the gold sponsors, all those, I mean, the esteemed organization, Bayer, Vehicle, Rallies, Synergy, Indophil, all people, and the co-sponsors, We Grow, Green in Homes, our own alumni. Nikhil, very happy to hear always his success story. Happy to see him. Very young and inspiring alumni of our campus, Green, and of course, we thank the NAS Hyderabad chapter. In fact, the president of NAS Hyderabad chapter, our own director, Dr. C.S. Srinivas Rao, who could not join today, I think he's joining tomorrow. We thank him too for being a source of inspiration and support to all our activity. And I thank the knowledge partner, Kinetech, who is supporting the management of all those events. And I thank all the service units. I thank audio, video, photography, electricity, transport, all our colleagues. Thanks to all of you. I'm saying all those officers who are at this moment in the auditorium. Thanks to all of you. Be with us for another 2 more days to make this event a grand success. And if I miss anyone, make a pardon. I thank all of you to joining on this occasion. Be with us. And to the students and the participants, the finalists, let us collaborate, compete, and connect. So thank you so much.
You, sir, for words of mouth.
Dear audience, we will now break for tea. Join us for the second part of the inaugural program, Infonation, at 11:30. Thank you, one and all. Now we will have a group photo. Please join everyone. The group photo will be at the NAARM stand. NAARM.
Hello, hello. Hello, check. Check. Hello, check. Hello, check. Hello, check. Hello, check.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, let's flag off the second part of the inaugural session of Sankalp 7.0 with the sponsors talk series, Infonation. Joining us for our first talk, we have Mr. Jitendra Singhal, Head Sales and Marketing, Fasal.
It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, Mr. Jitendra Singhal. Sir has an experience of more than 15 years in agribusiness industry. He started his career as head category planner in DCM Shriram Consolidated Limited. Later, he held different positions like SBU head, West Region in Godrej Agrovet Limited, category head, crop protection chemicals in Coromandel International Limited. Currently, Sir is working as head sales and marketing in Fasal.
We invite Sir onto the dais to elucidate his insights on Agriculture 4.0 Tech Landscape for Precision Agriculture.
All right. Am I audible? Good morning. Very good vibes. And I'm so thankful to each and every one of you to invite us here. I and Sadia was speaking that being in the college is something different experience amongst young students. Hearing all of us all the day, some information they are able to process, some information just go away. But anyway, so thank you so much. My sincere gratitude and thanks to Dr. Ranjit Kumar, Mr. Venkatesh Vallu, and Mr. B. Ganesh for providing us this opportunity. So, what technology is playing role in Indian agriculture? We have been hearing so much about the technology, right? AgTech, precision agriculture, drones, satellite. There are so many things going around. I am going to cover a small topic of this vast space, which is basically agriculture 4.0 tech landscape for precision agriculture. Arvind has already asked what precision agriculture is. So I am not going to repeat that question, but I'll take you through a small presentation deck, which will give you a little idea about how this tech space is growing, how technology is playing role to evolve agriculture, horticulture, and how Fasal is contributing. We have heard so much about Fasal, so I'll try to keep that short, but I'll just give you a glimpse what we do at Fasal, what impact we have made so far in the horticulture segment. All right, all of us know this by 2050, 10 billion population, we need food to feed this many of people. How are we going to do that? You know, there are a lot of talk around improving productivity, saving resources that we have. India, in spite of being one of the highest cultivable land in globe, we are one of the poor in terms of productivity. How do we fix this issue? All agtech startup, all companies putting together, what we have seen, they are not even able to address 5% of the total issue that we currently have to improve productivity in country. All right, we know, I'm sure all of you know this, that Indian population, 70% of us, still 50-60% of us still depend on agriculture. Agriculture contributes to about 70% of the total GDP. 70% population is dependent on agriculture and is only contributing 17% of the total GDP. So it's a huge gap that currently we have to improve productivity, to feed the world, to feed the country, to feed the people of 10 billion that is going to be there by 2050. All right, interesting question. No matter what we talk, Who wants to become a farmer? Can you raise your hand? Who wants to become a farmer given a chance? Wow. Why do you want to become a farmer? Mike, he needs Mike.
There's a new way of farming, like protected cultivation and system farming, because I want to. I have interest in this.
So you have interest in farming. What do you want to grow?
So like protected cultivation, man.
What you want to grow?
That's a value more, with crops we are having more value,
What crops have more value?
like the vegetables and aromatic.
All right. At least we have one who sincerely want to become a farmer. But still in India, it's an issue. I mean, many of you must have heard that farmers. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Hitesh Dhapal.
So in India, in spite of dependency about 70% on agriculture, their son and generations moving away from villages, but they do not want to be a farmer. We heard we hear a lot about suicides. They don't consider farmer as a profession, right? There are 80-85% of Indian farmers still today are small and marginal in terms of land holding. Their productivity is one of the poorest. Huge scope. So that is why this space is growing, and company like Fasal or many other in this space trying to modernize agriculture or horticulture so that people know importance of farming. People know how can we increase productivity. People know how do we kind of use resources. They use resources more effectively. Right. One more. So when we Google, right? So when we Google Indian farmer, this largely you see these pictures. And when you Google farmer or farming in Australia or farming in other developed country where farming is one of the major profession, we see these kind of images. Again, it's a gap, right? These world countries have. I was seeing a data where in Netherlands, one crop tomato, India produces about 15 ton per acre, but in Netherlands for same sort of land, their productivity is more than 150 ton. Huge gap. These are some of the problems that we have identified. Few of these problems, I'm sure you also understand. You must have also learned during your graduation, during your studies here, that guesswork in decision farming, right? This decision making, like Arvind was speaking. In India today, also farmer has been doing farming since ages, and he takes a lot of day-to-day decisions on the farm. What are these decisions, by the way? Anybody knows? Nitesh, what are the decisions a farmer makes on a daily basis? Anybody else? Yeah, please.
The mainly the farmer is making like some technical knowledge, sir.
Decision. What decision a farmer makes? Crop. On the crop. Please, yeah. बहुत बढ़िया. What's your name? Okay. Irrigation is one decision, right? What else? Right. Irrigation, uses of fertilizer, which crop, which variety, what season, what not, aaj lagana hai, kal lagana. I mean, a lot of decision a farmer makes. We know that farmer makes these decisions based on the experience that he has on his farm, right? His family has been doing farming for about 50 years. He sees in the sky, he realizes that there are chances that there will be rain tomorrow. So he will postpone his sowing or spray of any pesticide. But have you realized that all these events have some science behind it, right? So if there is a rain, if there is a soil moisture, if there is an incidence of any pest on the crop, all these events have some science behind it. That science is not being used by a farmer. So his decision are based on the guesswork, based on his experience. That's what we have realized. Second is obviously I was talking about lower productivity, poor resource utilization, high input cost, because all these things are interrelated. And these are some of the numbers. I mean, we have very low export ratio, 1.5%. 90% of water that we have in India is used in agriculture. You know that 90% of water is used in agriculture, and still the water uses efficiency is very, very, very poor. So like Arvind was mentioning, 10 billion liter of water we have saved in last 3 years, which means 1 billion liter water is equal to one small pond, right? So by using technology, this much resource utilization can be improved. 39 production, high production gap. So all these data are basically because of the problem that we have in the country. So, precision agriculture again. I mean, so what we have realized, what we have seen, some of these problems can be fixed by using precision farming. Why precision farming? And there are various methods. You must have heard, seen, read that satellite imagery is one of the ways of doing precision farming, wherein you can, take images of particular plot and you realize that there is a water shortage or there is an incidence of pest. Accordingly, farmer can make a decision using data and information. Drones is again one of the ways of using precision farming, where your spray efficiency can be improved. Sensors and then GPS. So these are some of the methods where precision farming revolves. I already talked about this, optimizing resource, cost saving, increased crop yield, export quality produce, sustainability. These are some of the things that can be achieved by using precision farming. So you know this, right? This is the entire crop cycle, farm to fork, pre-sowing, sowing, crop growth, harvest, post-harvest. We have seen this before. You know this, no? No. What is it? Can anybody explain what does this tell us? Farm to fork agri value chain. So I'm talking about a scope of agri-tech startup or agri-tech segments. This is where your entire opportunity lies. It means a crop journey starts from pre-sowing till harvest, or post-harvest, in fact, till market linkage. So in pre-sowing, decision like plant preparation, soil testing, then machinery. So during sowing, machinery management, sowing advisory, and then crop growth stage is one of the critical stage of a crop where it requires farm monitoring, it requires weather advisory, disease and pest management, and irrigation management. This is where fasal plays significant role. And then harvest, yield and yield management, storage management, traceability. And post harvest, this is again fasal plays a important role of market linkage. Talking about fasal, these are some of the companies that use fasal. I mean, we also have enterprise business. So Godrej, Ambivine, Monsanto, Mahindra, Tefe, Bayer, Grover, Zempa, East West Seed. These companies today use fasal system on their farm. Fasal is covered by these agencies, and then it's backed by Omnivore, Wavemaker, 314. These are some of the investment firm who have partnered with fasal. What we see fasal is not only fasal IoT system, but today our roadmap is that we want to build fasal a full stack platform, which means right from sowing till harvesting and post harvesting also, how do we ensure that farmers' income actually go up by using system, right? So it is not only that he uses Fasal system to do a farming better, but how do we help him realize better price for the produce that he's growing using Fasal system. And also we are planning to help him providing right set of agri input, right? Because currently we provide advisory, we provide crop, we provide intelligence at particular stage of the crop. And along with molecular advisory, we also plan to help him, getting right set of quality agri input and market linkage for his produce. These are some of the award that Fasal has received. NASSCOM Next Generation Product of the Year. We were also featured in Forbes 100, Forbes Asia 100 to watch. It's very technical. I'm not going to cover this, but so what does Fasal do? Basically, microclimatic condition that we capture. I will be really happy if anybody of you tells me what is microclimatic condition. Sadia, just write his or her name. You get a PPO. Tell me what microclimatic conditions are. Yeah, please. Tell your name first and then
My name is
she's
Swapnil.
noting down the name.
My name is Swapnil, and microclimatic condition basically means like whatever the climate, like soil conditions which are in the vicinity of the roots and around the plant. So that is the microclimatic condition.
Partially correct. Don't Google, right? Partially correct. You want to add more? Yeah. Thank you.
Actually, these are the conditions which are prevalent near to the Earth's surface, like temperature, light, wind speed, and all.
Earth surface.
Near to the Earth's surface, like Earth conditions. All those things that
We are talking
microclimatic
related to
conditions,
plant. I mean, what are
temperature,
the-
light.
So think plant first, crop first, and then tell me.
How temperature, light, wind speed affect those plants near to the surface.
No, not at all.
So microclimatic conditions are those when we speak in agriculture perspective, the plant canopy will be there, and the specific to plant, it actually in a field microclimatic changes in the field itself. We can say we can divide the plot if in an area of particular acre also. The microclimatic conditions changes from every part of the field itself. So plant canopy or the plant within the root zone, you can say where the root zone extends, that comes under
What's the
microclimatic.
name?
Sairam, sir.
Not 100%, but very close. What's your name? Sairam.
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 Yes, sir.
Anybody else?
Sir, it's not just about the soil microclimate condition. It's also about the temperature or the whatever the conditions prevailing around the crop leaf surface and around in and around the crop.
What's your name?
Avinash.
Yeah, one clap for Avinash and Sairam both. So yeah, microclimatic, so plant itself creates a climate around it, right? This could be different from the climate outside the plant, I mean above the plant. The climatic condition which prevalent around the plant are called as microclimatic condition, and very critical to decide growth of the plant. And this is the fundamental of Fasal. We capture microclimatic condition by using some. Are you showing system somewhere? Both. Next slide. So microclimatic conditions are basically which are prevalent around the plant, and we capture using these. So this sensor basically captures the condition around plant, and then we have developed model using artificial intelligence and machine learning, wherein on farmer's phone, based on the data that this model starts working on its own, and it provides intelligence to related to that particular stage. I'm not sure if you have noticed, Arvind also mentioned, Arvind or somebody else has mentioned, was anchoring the event. She said that we provide farm level, crop specific and crop stage specific intelligence, right? Farm level, crop specific, crop stage specific intelligence. And why do we do that? Because microclimatic conditions differ from one farm to other farm, right? For a particular crop in one farm, if crop changes, everything changes, right? For a farm, tomato will behave differently than chili for a similar set of farm. Then crop stage specific, which means farm is same, crop is tomato, but his requirement will differ from vegetative stage to harvesting stage to sowing stage, correct? So these are very complicated data that we capture, and our model starts behaving on its own based on the stage of that crop, and that is how we provide advisory. This is how we contribute to the precision farming. Yeah, so these are basically stage. So this is data collection is done through using hardware, fossil system that we call crop specific agronomic model that we have already developed for different crop for different stages. Then we also do farm level forecasting. Then we also send actionable intelligence in the language a farmer understands. So we have almost 9-10 languages available on the app. So whichever language farmer is comfortable with, that language he can use on the app. Yeah. Again, I'm not going to go in detail. This is just a illustration of what I was explaining. This data is sent to agronomic model, and these are some of the apps that farmer can see and uses. We also have started satellite imagery to, this is a complement to our existing solution. So we predict pest, we predict disease. We tell farmer that this much amount of water is required next day at 10:30 a.m. I mean, this is so precise in nature. These advisories are so precise in nature, and we also using satellite imagery, like say if any pest or disease infestation has happened, we can detect and tell farmer on the same app that these are the area where you can go and scout and use whatever chemical is recommended on the app. We have already talked about all this, that it helps farmer to reduce up to 60% of input cost. 10 billion liter water we have saved so far. Helps farmer to increase yield by 40%. And obviously export quality produce that he can get. And this is something that I was talking about. We have recently started Fasal Fresh produce that he has using system. We help him getting better market at better price so that his overall income grows up. This we call Fasal Fresh. We contribute to Fasal sustainability goal. One initiative that we have taken, Fasal water credit. We must have heard carbon credit, right? So this is water credit that we run, and it's very popular amongst our customer. A farmer who is able to save certain amount of water, which is he's using Fasal system efficiently and saving water and using irrigation as per the advisory, he gets certain monetary benefit at the end of month. Every month we run this campaign for all our customers. These are some of the Fasal users. Yeah. One of the challenge that we have realized, not only in Fasal, but tech space, if we see slower adoption. Few things I have written here. Can anybody tell me what could other challenges, for slow adoption in technology? What are the other challenges? Affordability. Very right, absolutely. One is affordability. What else? Awareness about it. again, important point. Farmers, even if you provide technology at a cost which farmer can afford, even after that, he perceives that technology is costly. He perceives that he may not be able to see ROI using, even after spending 10,000 rupees. It is about awareness. How do you ensure that farmer perceives the technology the way it should be perceived? Important point. What else? Learning curve. Learning curve. So any technology which is introduced in the market, there is certain learning curve which takes place, right? It will one farmer to other farmer to 100 to 1,000 to lakhs of farmers. That will take its time. But now there are many startups and farmers today are also aware that these things are there in the space. They also evaluate and select technology that is fit for the farm. But still, learning curve that we have realized is also one of the challenge in adopting the technology. Yeah, affordable technology, somebody was speaking. Just in, I mean, this is one of the two hardware that we have. One is 3.0. This is basically for individual farmers, and this is for export, and this is plug and play device. I mean, within 10 minutes you can unbox and fit it and install in the farm. We have also won this India Design Mark Award. This is a Monsanto field in Thailand where they are using our system for corn. Thank you. Before I conclude, all of us know that quality of crop input, agri input is very, very important. Yes or no? Right? Now, as the time progressing, new things are coming up. What we strongly believe at Fasal, apart from quality of crop input, quality of information is equally critical for better farming that we foresee. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll play that video.
नहीं ये डेयरी प्रोसेसिंग की मास्टर क्लास है इसके अंदर आप
नमस्ते आज इस स्पेशल हॉर्टिकल्चर एपिसोड हम हॉर्टिकल्चर किसानों से जुड़े मुद्दों पे बात करेंगे।
ये भीमा ने
नमस्ते, गुड मॉर्निंग, सुप्रभात। आज के इस स्पेशल हॉर्टिकल्चर एपिसोड में हम हॉर्टिकल्चर किसानों से जुड़े मुद्दों पे बात करेंगे।
ये भीमा ने फिर से बाहर से कोई फार्मिंग एक्सपर्ट बुलाया क्या? और ये भीमा के खेत में वेदर स्पेशलिस्ट का क्या लगा है?
छोड़ो ना बाबू। बाबू ये भीमा दादा का सोना का अंगूर पूरे नासिक में वर्ल्ड फेमस है। बोले तो बिल्कुल अपन के जैसा।
ये वेदर स्टेशन, 12-15 मजदूर, फार्म मैनेजर, एग्री एक्सपर्ट, इससे कुछ नहीं होता रे गणेश। जिसकी जैसी किस्मत वैसी उसकी फसल। कर लगा? चल 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 चल।
वो भीमा दादा ऑनलाइन भी माल बेचता है।
ये ऑनलाइन कुछ नहीं होता रे गणेश, सब ठगने बैठे लोगों को। बाप दादा के तरीके से हर किसान को फल मिलता था, मिलता है और मिलता रहेगा।
येऊ का?
पता एक मिनट।
हाँ।
एक मिनट, ये जो बाकी का माल है ना यहाँ पर,
हाँ।
वो हर बार की तरह
हाईवे के पास 10-12 रुपए किलो के हिसाब से बेच देना,
हाँ।
ठीक है? और बाकी सब बाद में करेंगे।
चल
या
यो
हाँ, अरे चलो रे, जल्दी जल्दी लोड करो, चलो टेम्पो चलो।
फिर से वही रेगुलर माल, आधे से ज्यादा माल तो तेरा मंडी तक पहुंचता भी नहीं। और ये देख, इनमें भी कीड़े लगे। ठीक है, मैं कुछ देखता हूँ।
और अरे कैसे हो?
भाऊ, भीमा दादा की गाड़ी, इसको बोलते हैं अंगूर। मैं आपकी कुछ मदद करूं? आपको सुबह मैंने भीमा के खेत में देखा था। आप भीमा ने अपनी खेती को बेहतर करने के लिए अपने खेत में फसल सिस्टम लगाया है। मतलब मैं कुछ समझा नहीं। फसल सिस्टम आप जैसे छोटे या बड़े किसानों का दोस्त, और ये कोई मौसम का हाल बताने वाला वेदर स्टेशन नहीं है। ये स्मार्ट और प्रिसिशन फार्मिंग करने का नया तरीका है, और इसी की वजह से भीमा अंगूर की खेती का महाभीमा बन चुका है। वो कैसे? फसल एक ऐसा सिस्टम है जो आपके खेत से जुड़ी सारी जानकारी आपके फोन पे देता है, वो भी आपकी भाषा में। कब खेत को कितना पानी चाहिए, कितना न्यूट्रिशन चाहिए, कब प्रिवेंटिव स्प्रे करना है, और कम केमिकल डोज में अच्छे रिजल्ट्स कैसे लाने हैं, ये सारी जानकारी आपको फसल सिस्टम देता है। और इसकी मदद से आप अपने खेत को कीड़े मकोड़ों से भी बचा सकते हैं। इसका मतलब कि आपका फल बिल्कुल A1 क्वालिटी का होगा। ये बहुत ही महंगा होगा नहीं? एक बार ये सिस्टम लगा डाला तो काफी लंबा चलता है। एक सीजन में ही आपको इसका मुनाफा दिखेगा। ये लंबी रेस का घोड़ा है। क्या सोचो मत भाव, फसल के साथ हर किसान को अब फल मिलेगा। भाऊ अच्छा है, ले लो। ए गणेश, चल चल। हरी भाऊ, पहले आप बैठो। हरी भाऊ, पूरब से पश्चिम, उत्तर से दक्षिण, भारत के हर किसान सिर्फ आपकी वीडियोस देख रहे हैं। ये देखो कमेंट्स, सबको फसल चाहिए।
फसल के साथ अब हर किसान सफल होगा, क्योंकि हर किसान को अब फल मिलेगा।
बिजनेस एक मशीन है जो या तो पैसा देती है या पैसा खाती है। आपकी मशीन इस समय
Farmers, individual farmers, we are only focusing on horticulture for now. But for enterprise business, we also have field crops like corn and paddy. So the quality of soil sensors that we use, Abhay,
Yeah, so it's a good question. So the sensors that we use, they last for at least 5-6 years. So again, one of the primary cost of the hardware is associated. If I have to give some rough figures, at least 25%, 30% of the hardware cost was the sensors. So it's a sensor that's being used across the globe for precision farming. It's a US-based company who manufactures it and has patents for it. And from the last 30 years, it's being used across the globe for precision irrigation management. So we have used those sensors as part of our system, primarily at least for the soil moisture part. Those sensors last for around the 5 to 5.5, 5 to 6 years, depending on again other parameters like the salinity of the water, etc. But typically around what that company claims is around 10 years, and what we have seen is easy up to 5 years it works. And this device is again, the life of the device is again around 5 years because it has batteries, it has a lot of sensors, and it's exposed to the environment. Very similar to how your mobile phones degrade, the battery performance degrades. So based on our research, based on our stress test, everything, 5 years is what we see that device will perform on the field, and the return on investment on the device, 90% of our farmers get it in one crop cycle. So anything above that, like minimum I'm talking about, they get more than that based on all the benefits from it. So basically after that, so yes, to answer your question, sensors, we have made sure we are using such sensors where the life comes for at least 4 to 5 years. Thereby, farmers don't get that effect. We also have warranties, and we have extended care warranties in which we give 1 year warranty and an extended warranty of another year on a paid basis. So anything happens in those 2 years, then we replace it. So we are trying to bridge the balance. Of course, we are also a business. Unless the business sustains, then we cannot do anything. We're trying to hit that balance where our farmers are getting the best out of everything, and we are able to sustain in the process. That is Jitendra.
So what we have seen, I'll take a minute to answer this. When we first launched in 2018, the cost of hardware was 1.5 lakh rupees, right? And that time also we were actually evaluating the product fit. We have done few installation in Chhattisgarh, we have done a couple of installation in Maharashtra. Farmers were ready to pay even 1.5 lakh rupees. But what we have realized that affordability is one of the challenge in the farming community. By the innovation that we have done in hardware, very good innovation that we have done, we have brought down that cost to 1.5 lakh per system to about 30,000 rupees per system. Right? That's how we. So currently it's 30,000 plus taxes, etc. But it's the cost of hardware. That 30,000 plus, yeah, taxes. 30,000 is the cost. So that covers everything. Yeah. Right. Very good question. So again, see, I was talking about microclimatic conditions. What we have seen that up to 1 hectare area, it is able to capture right amount of data from the farm. 1 hectare, one device. But we have seen farmers who are using one system for 10 acre as well. Let's say a farmer growing one crop, same time of, I talk about grape, the pruning is also same time for the entire plot, and soil texture is also same. So he can use one system for about 10 acre as well. Accuracy may go here and there, but still, it's still beneficial for him, right? Saves water, helps him, predict pest and disease on the farm. Okay. So we are capturing 12 parameters from the field, 12 data points. 2 from soil moisture, temperature, leaf wetness, about 4 or 5 from weather station. These parameters are used, this data is used in algorithms. So we don't, if farmer wants to see and use data, he can still do that. what we recommend that he uses the intelligence that we see. This is basically we play a role. See, hardware is something, I mean, there are a lot of hardware available in the market. You install, you can get soil moisture, temperature of the canopy, that can be done. But our forte or the core of Fasal is our software, our agronomic models that we are using that we are providing by using data. But answer to your question, 12 data point we take from the field. Do you want to show app? Yeah, but it'll take time. So prediction. So basically, one is irrigation. Irrigation he gets advisory of rainfall. He gets pest advisory. He gets disease advisory. Along with pest and disease advisory, we also send him recommend molecule which are recommended for that disease and pest and which are registered in CIBRC. If you understand CIBRC, Central Insecticide Board and Research Committee. So all those molecules are part of advisory. And on the face of the app, you see critical data points which farmer can understand: soil moisture, humidity, irrigation, all this. It's a flowing information. So so we capture data after every 1 hour. No, it keeps going. It keeps going on the app. So whenever there is new, so let's say there is a requirement of water in the field, system sends advisory. There is chances of any infestation of pests, system sends advisory. So whenever there is an event, we predict that event on the field. So yeah, good. So this is one of the farm that we have opened. So you can see, let me show there. So on the top, you can see left-hand side crop name, bud break stage we capture, because I was mentioning GDD, growing degree days is what we basically predict, and then stage it shows, then temperature, humidity, soil moisture, and on the below alerts, you can see alerts. That's okay. So, go down. So on the alert side, so these are the top points, right? Top data point that he can use. Then action item. This much water rainfall recorded. Yeah. So this is the advisory. High chances of rain between 1 to 1 p.m. Expected rainfall is this. Then, yeah, check the drip system. Fasal, yeah, primary infection condition of downy mildew of grape. Please take this chemical. These are the advisories that are going. Yeah. Yes. Market linkage also we are doing. That is we are doing. Yeah, so that we have developed, that product is also developed, and that product we call Fasal Fresh. We can't show here Fasal Fresh. So there we have visibility of all the farms wherever produce is being harvested in August, September, October. Yeah, this is an internal tool. It's mainly because we just started the team, so it's alpha version basically. So data has just been given. So customer now, because it's only for our customers, it's for our team to use it, and they are able to then approach.
eventually it becomes like this that
I request no photograph of this, please.
So this eventually we want to roll out where any farmer can just enroll himself and tell that, you know, I have this much this thing in expected harvest. That's the idea.
Yeah. So you can see top. You can see these are the crops. These are the crops which is we are predicting that we have this much harvest available in coming months.
So
On
let's
the
say
app
I want to check for December. I'll immediately get to know what are
from our farm. So 800 tons of grape, 700 tons of pomegranate, and these are the area where this will be. So these are the places where Fasal system is installed, and there will get the product. So I'll try to yeah. So we are so our GTM is sir, our go-to market is we have identified 25 districts in India where farmer persona is the same where which we target. People should have drip irrigation and they should grow crops that we have in a portfolio. That is number one that we have done. Second is in these 25 districts, we have identified almost 80 talukas where we want to focus. Third is that we have full-fledged marketing team. So Arvind is part of that team. So we do both ATL and BTL. Our focus majorly is on BTL. On BTL, we run many campaigns to meet farmers. So we do 1-to-1, 1-to-10, 1-to-100 meetings. So we do, I mean, we have name like Sampark. There is one campaign that we run where we meet a lot of new farmers, tell them about what product is. We have team of about 55 people on ground who are based out of these districts and talukas. So they conduct a lot of Sampark, and then we have one event wherein existing user and potential user, we call both of them on one platform and they share their experience. We have also seen that this is a very high network community, right? There are influencers in this market. We ensure that we have all the relevant influencers in our portfolio. Influencer is farmer who is influencer. And we ensure that his experience is very, very good fasal so that he can help us reaching more number of farmers. This is again part of our GTM. On ATL side, we do a lot of, I mean, just to give you one number, we are only 4-year-old startup, and our total followers on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, YouTube is almost 30-40% higher than startups who are in this space for the last 10 years. So that is because of the marketing plan that we have. We have very, very, very planned and exhaustive marketing campaigns we run on social media as well. Then we do a lot of knowledge series wherein people who have repo in that market, in that crop amongst farmer, we call them, invite them. They give, webinars for any. So he may or may not talk about fasal. We don't force any such lecturer to talk about fasal. This is his choice. But he talks about more. He talks more about that crop. What farmers should do and should not do. So these are 3-4 things that we are doing. Yeah, so we have a fasal system at our stall outside. If anybody has interest, you can go on. In camp. Kahan par hai? Near to? Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for capturing the topic so perfectly by touching on various aspects of precision farming and giving us the insights on how Fasal has ventured into precision farming and sustainable agriculture. Thank you also for giving us the opportunity to interact with you and know more about Fasal.
Association for Innovation, Development of Entrepreneurship in Agriculture, AIDEA. Our diamond sponsors is a technology business incubator of ICAR-NAARM, supported by Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. The flagship incubator, launched in 2014, is recognized under Startup India Initiative. Joining us for our next info talk is Dr. S. Sankalp, CEO, AIDEA. So we call upon you to enlighten us about Agri Startup ecosystem.
Good afternoon to all. Good afternoon to all. Thanks for the good presentation by Vekur. It's a well done presentation. Puzzle presentation, very nice. They're from, I was not there, the introduction when they were doing it. They are one of the startup, it seems, no? Something. So good. So we also in the following the same here. I am the Dr. Senthil. I am representing the AIDEA as a CEO presently there is an organization which is called the Technology Business Incubator. Probably all of you know well what is the role of the TBI. So now I would like to just have an idea of that. What is the role of AIDEA? How we are nurturing the startups. That's today morning, Dr. Rajit has informed. Kindly enlighten them how you are handling it. What type of support system is required for the startup ecosystem, which has been extended from our incubation center. Quite most of you know that what is the meaning of incubation center? Some of students, incubation is what? Startup, all of you know well, right? Are you clear about startups? Yes? Yes or no? Okay, what is startup? Tell me, please, my student, please. Yeah. What's a startup? We are talking about always startups. Now, puzzle also done, right? What is startup? Okay. What is the entrepreneur there? What is a small difference which makes someone will say startup, someplace we say the entrepreneur? What is the difference here? Why don't we say them as an entrepreneur? Are we using this language? Right? What's the difference? Entrepreneur is anyone? Entrepreneurs run startups. Okay. Any other? Simple example, I'll tell you. Entrepreneur is nothing. Those who are doing a practice of the business, what is continuing? A person is for running a flower business, right? Which has been done in the traditionally, without making any addition or without making any value addition. There is no novelties existing on that, right? So he's an entrepreneur. A startup is a person, he is identifying the challenges, right? One has to identify the challenges or the problems or issues in the particular system. Either it may be in agriculture or medical or industry or anywhere, whatever may be. You identify the challenge and address the issue. Here in this example of the puzzle, what is the address? The challenge has been addressed here. What are the challenges been addressed? Please, students, what is the challenge? What are the challenges addressed here? This one unique model is able to provide 12 parameters at a single point of time. Instead of having 12 separate devices in a different time, you are able to get at once a device is able to provide all 12 parameters. So there are some problems addressed by the quality of the agricultural produce which you are not able to get it, which has been addressed by this particular device, which is giving the quality product through precision farming, right? You take an example of Red Bus. Red Bus, have you seen? Where you have seen? Huh? App. Bus, have you seen? I'm asking you. Red Bus, have you seen? No. It is only app. Right? What that app does? What is the problem that app is addressing it? Quickly. I am from students actually. Online? Okay. By doing online booking, what is your problem is being addressed? What are your problem? It's being addressed by the Red Bus. Save the time. Next. Yes. Quickly. They given time only half an hour to me. See, you are sitting at your home, at your place. You are able to see what are the buses which are running on that particular route. Open in one app, it's able to provide. For example, I have to travel to Chennai from Hyderabad. I need not travel all the 12 travels which is running here. All the travel agency website I did not open. I open only Red Bus, which gives the complete detail of SR travel, RVN travel, SPN travel, all the travels it gives. Starts with the timing, what time it starts, what time it leaves, where it stops, where I have to get down it, where I should board it, at what time it picks up, what is the landmark, who is the driver will be picking up, who is the person will be contacted, all information available. And what is the review of that particular point? Everything is available in one particular place. So the problem is being addressed. So customer or the consumer are having so many challenges. So if your device, your technology, if is addressing the major challenges of many commodity, then you can become a good startups. Right? So here, the role of incubator, where it comes, I asked one question about incubator. What is the role of the incubator? Incubator is nothing but like a mentor, a guide, right? A person or any organization who sits with you, who mold you to bring to the particular stage. Right? For example, the Fasal, right? The startup needs an incubator. They are working, they have a 5 to 6 members of team. They are working together. One from Mysore, one from Bangalore, one from the Hosur, and 5-6 people are the team, example. But they have to work together. They have a lot of thinking process required. A lot of brainstorming has to be done. Develop on the device, identifying the problems, identifying the solutions. A lot of things are there. The team has to work together. They need some type of mini supports are required. Idea has come. Video call we called. All 5 people are able to speak. But there are many things have to come. Some product development has to be taken up. Where they will sit, to whom they will consult. They want some suggestion from them. Then there is a place called incubator. This is what the government of India has created a good number of agriculture related. I am talking about agri incubator side. They created incubators for agricultural startups. Many organizations like ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research Institution, agricultural universities, even the private organization, they are created the incubation centers. So the role of incubators will come. Nurture, one word is there. What do you mean by nurturing? What do you mean by nurturing? Hello, mobile, please see afterwards. What do you mean by nurture? I am asking the questions. Please tell me. You only. Yes. None. She was really looking about. Yeah. What do you mean by nurture? Huh? Nutrition. What is mean nurturing? Nurturing. Huh? Guiding, hand-holding, right? Bringing them together, right? There are a lot of things are there in nurturing aspect. Now we are nurturing our ABM, PGD ABM students of our NAARM. We are nurturing them for what? Nurturing them to become a good business manager on completion of their 2-year programs. After completion of the 2-year program, they have to become a business managers. So we are nurturing them. All the support, all the hand-holding support. Why the Sankalp is organized? They are getting trained on that, how to organize the event, how to prepare a business plan. They are giving exposure on the different aspects. We are nurturing them. The same program the faculty would have done it, the institute would have done it. But this a whole responsibility students have been taking. We are nurturing them. Similarly, the role of the incubators comes, we have to nurture the startups. There is somebody should take care of that. So NAARM, they have created an organization called A-IDEA. That is one association. It's a separate body to nurture the agricultural startup in the system. So when I said the nurture here, so what are the things a startup needs? For example, for students, I said, we have to train them, right? They should get the leadership quality, right? They should have analytical ability. They should have an economical aspect to discuss it. These are the talent they are developing, nurture them, which is required for the industry too, for when they come for the placement. Based on our nurturing, they get the placements, right? So in case of the startups, what are the nurturing is required? For example, take the example, the same organization of the puzzle. What type of nurturing is required here? Assume that this puzzle is a part of a area. They identify my organization for incubation, right? Incubation, when it comes, when they are on early stage, right? Not mature, at the early stage. At the early stage, when it comes, you get some idea, right? They identified some problem. This is the major problem. How to solve it? Let us come, all five sit together. Got in a very good, unique idea. Idea has come to solve your problems. An example I'll tell you for. Then when I give an example, you will understand it. Bangalore, there is an organization. That man is a businessman. He was exporting a lot of agricultural produce to the different countries. One of the produce for the commodity, he came to Guntur. Guntur is here in Andhra Pradesh. Guntur, but famous for what? Chilies, right? So he wanted to export the chili. He is one of the export process. But when he came, he identified, when he discovered the traders, half of the portion of the commodity which has been exported have been rejected. It is the rejection was going on 4 to 5 times happening, right? You see that when the export is been rejected means it goes, then it return back means really there is a loss, huge loss for the growers or the traders who are involved. And why it is happening? Here only that your thinking process starts. So now what is the problem? What he has identified? What he identified, this person, the rejection is going on. Why this rejection happens? Export rejection. So he identified there are 2 reasons the rejection happened in the chili. Red chili, dried chili, right? Red chili, dried one. For 2 reasons. One is they don't want, if it's broken, chili is broken, the commodity is rejected. They want the entire calyx, the portion has to be entirely intact. Number 1. Number 2, the upper portion called calyx. Chili, there is a small, that greenery will be there, no? Calyx. It should be removed fully. It should be removed, and the down portion has to be completely intact. So the problem he identified now, right? Problem is known now. Rejection problem he identified. Now, if you want to enter it's a startup, then you have to come with an idea. That's a major problem is going on. And if I identify the solution for it, definitely there is a chance to have a good export for it. So he identified it, but there should not be no breakage. It should be removed automatically. So a person from the contribution lab, where Dr. Ganesh also is one of the evaluator, the project evaluator. So he identified, he developed a machines around cost of 35 to 40 lakhs. And he dropped all the chilies now. I am telling about the final output. It took around 2 years for his research product to come out. Now you put any quantity of chili, he has made a lot of sensors and aspect. Finally, when it comes to collection, automatically the chili will make a turning, whatever the direction you please make it, there will be a pulling and pushing mechanism. One will pull and one is pushing of removing of this red calyx will be removed. Red portion will be removed separately, collected. There is only 1% damage is happening. 98%, 98 to 98% of chili is making it. Now the export order. Now, for example, now what happened? The same export people, they are placing order of 4 to 5 machines for it, because that they are able to have a good export value for this product. Could you able to understand the difference between the entrepreneur and startups here? So when you want to enter really a startup, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you develop some skills, go to some training program. You want to make it a good dairy business, milk business, dairy products. You can be a good entrepreneur. I don't say that everybody has to come to the startup. No. You can be a good entrepreneur, for which already there are set of methodology process are existing on that. You have to get trained of that, get the skill, and be an entrepreneur. If you want to really have a startup, you have to work a lot. It's not that easy. You have to identify the real problem which is existing and how you are going to address. There should be a large number of stakeholders to take care of your issues. Right? If you are addressing it, then those startups are coming up, which is addressing. Today, many of the startups are coming on the drones. Drone-based technology startups are coming. So they are able to identify the problem through drones. They are able to do the crop monitoring. They are able to do the crop spraying. So the labor it is addressing the labor. It is addressing the labor problems. There are many advantages just getting it. So the consumer point of view, if you look into that if any your device, if it's going to address the major thing, for example, your own product, which I'm saying it, your product is not completely, it has to come with the last end of the output. Your product, if it's stopped with one particular angle, the number of stakeholders will be very much reduced of it. You have to come up to the marketing line. Then the product will have a more chance to come up. Right. Now, I told you about the problems. Example, I said it. What is it? What do you mean by startup? I said it. Now, the startup has come to the incubator here. The startup has been attached to an incubator. The role of incubator will start here. That yes, Fasal has come to us, or the contribution lab has come to us. What I am supposed to do? Yes, now only the machine has come. Before that, he got a lot of ideas. With ideas, he has come to us. Sir, I have got idea, small thing I am doing it. I need some support. What are the support is required? Related to, for example, this, you take it to Fasal, it's example, right? You would like to know about some question was asked. What will be the, how many years this particular software can be used? Or what is the depth of the soil this your sensor can take? There are n number of technical questions will be asked in the subject of your device, your startup. So, Mr. Jitendra, right? Jitendra may be agriculture, may not be agriculture. Even if he is in agriculture, may not be specialized in the soil science. But the questions related to soil science, how you will approach, to whom you will approach. There is an institution called Indian Institute of Soil Science at Bhopal, right? Where I think Dr. Ranjit's also worked, I think, right? He has to go to Indian Institute of Soil Science and get the connected. They want to have information. Mr. Jitendra goes, definitely they will not answer. But there is any incubator goes as an organization, definitely they will address. There isn't. So the role of incubator will start networking our incubatees or the startups with whatever he has to reach. It has to. They will help in connecting the people, connecting the technical people on different areas. And maximum support will be provided on technical support. There are large number of supports. Technical example only I said it. There are, for example, testing do we done. I asked, what is the area it's to be covered? Immediately he answered that it will be covering in 1 hectare. And he said it has been used even up to 10 hectare also, 10 acre also people are using it. How, whether this 1 hectare coverage which has been done, it means when you are saying it, it's been tested. Some field test you have done it, right? How many of the startups can get the field testing? It's not easy. You go to a farmer field, you want to test some test product. They will not allow you to test it also. They will not give space for you to test it. The incubators are having connected with a different organization wherein farmers are connected to those organizations. For example, where we have an incubator, wherever our startup required, we have an organization called Krishi Vigyan Kendras. KVKs are directly connected with the farmers. We have approach to KVK. KVK will help our incubatees to test their product. For example, I have one startup. He want to do some testing of his product from the CFTR Mysore. We have connected with the CFTR lab. He is developing vegetarian based egg, plant-ish food, right? So I want to taste egg, but I don't want to take actual egg of the from poultry. So he made from the plant-based egg, he's preparing it, wherein the nutrient analysis is being carried out. So the networking of the incubator, role of incubator will start on the many aspects. Nurturing, it's not a small thing. How will nurture my kid? I have to nurture a lot. Good culture, good behavior, right? Good education, and see that my son grows up well. So we have to nurture them. So the role of incubator with the startup will be making a nurturing on the technical aspect. Number one. First one, again, I said it, there are 5 people working from a different place, Mysore, Hosur, right? And Bangalore, but all have to work together. Where they will sit together and do it. They have to hire a building at Bangalore. Cost of the building, it's around cost minimum around 20,000 rupees per month as a rental building. At the initial stage, they don't have money for paying the rent. They can invest something for purchase of their missionaries, small missionaries, from their friendship or their relatives. Some money can invest. Where they will sit. So incubator role to provide a space for them to work together. We have to facilitate them to sit together and work for it. So that's many of the incubators will have a space for them. They provide. The way I sit in my office, they'll also come to a place in office. They'll all 5, 4, 5 will sit together, and they'll get all the facilities what he supposed to do it. Right? Wherever they want to have a connectivity, they will get the connectivity. So the incubator will provide a facility to test their product, connecting to them, making the network. Then once technically your product has become strong as a role, right? Technically, now the product has become, for example, is machine. Technically, it's become a strong. Next plan, after technical over, what is the next is required? What is required? Technically, the product is good now. It's able to give all the 12 parameters in ditto, exactly. What is next? Market, right? To go for market, what you have to do? Directly shall we go to market? Whether directly, suppose they have developed, a prototype has been developed. Is it possible for them to go directly to the market? No, right? What they have to do? They have to, no, test also they have done it. Testing has been done. Product has come to the stage. What is you people are having a call market research, right? Business plan. This all you have to do it, right? But being an agriculture graduate, I have no idea about the business plan. I don't know how to do a market research. I don't know how to do a market demand. How to get the market demand. I have no idea. I am technically strong, but business I am not at all strong. But a startup is required both. Technically also I have to be strong, and the marketing also. We are getting large number of startups today. I'm seeing from the IIT, Indian Institute of Science. Many engineering graduates, they are all in the agriculture startups. They are in agriculture startup, right? Technically what happened? They are all strong in technology. They are strong in artificial intelligence, IoT, technology, they are strong. But when I talk on the question on the agriculture, they are not able to answer it. We had an interview for selection of the startups, where our director was this jury member for selecting the people. He started asking technical questions on particularly in the organic farming. There are many people have presented. He started asking questions. They are not able to answer most of the technical aspect of them, simple meaning of that. But they are very strong on their technology. They are able to tell about artificial intelligence, how this device will work, how the data will be collected, everything they are able to tell. But when he asked about what is the duration of the crop, when it will be addressed, they are not able to answer it. Okay, it's a technical aspect with respect to particular commodity, but both are required for it, right? So technically one become a strong on that, then they should have we have to develop, again, we have to nurture them on the business side, business plan preparation, right? So the organization of any incubator agency will help them to prepare a business, will provide a business mentor. Suppose you join in your, now you are all PGDAPM students are here, PG students are here. They given, Dr. Ganesh, the team has given guide to every 2 students, we have one guide. For me, actually, I'm the student, I'm the guide for 2 students. They come to me for finalizing some topic, methodology, to discuss about methodology. To go for the study area, they'll come for it. What is my role? Mentoring, guiding them. I have to give the direction to them. You please proceed. This is the direction. This is the analysis. You go to the so and so, he will help you for your statistical analysis. I have to guide them. Similarly, the role of incubator will come guiding them on the business plan, right? So the early stage startup, I said it very clear, please remember it. The role of the incubators will come at the early stage startup. Early stage means you're all premature stage. Before you come to the market, before your product come to the market, right? You are all, you got some idea, your idea has to come, your idea has to come in a product way and in which it needs a lot of support for it. So the role of incubator has become I have given some sequence of that. Anybody can list out now? What is the role of incubator for the nurturing farm? Yes. Just to give 1, 2, 3 points. What is the role of the incubator? Right? Guiding on technical and guiding on, correct? Guiding on technical and aspect. Next, business also. Okay, next. Next. What are the other, please, what are other support, please? What are other supports?
And providing work setup to the
Providing
work setup.
workspace.
Office.
Very good. Next, networking. Next. Next, very quick. What? No, I didn't talk. I didn't say funding. If you are asking fund, then I will not allow you in incubation center. Incubation center will not provide funds to you. Right? Incubation center, if any startup, the entry itself, if someone asks, sir, I have some idea, I need fund, means sorry, we are not the banker or anyone to provide fund. No, you have to come with a lot of ideas, right? You have to come with your product first to come out. For that, the question what she asked is correct. Nothing, she's not asked question actually. Fund is important. I totally agree for it. But there is a way, how do you raise the funds for your idea to the proof of concept? That is a separate system. Right? For every place, you will not get the fund for it. There are very limited schemes are available to give the funds during that particular period. But you have to put a lot of effort. You have to put a lot of effort for 2 years or 3 years till your product comes to the particular stage of it. Right? So, what are other areas in which we can tell quickly? What are other support? I said something. KVK, farmer, something I said it. Testing of the product. For example, I asked the same questions to them. For example, when you want to do testing again, if you are going to the individual farmers, your technology promotions will be limited with only one promotions. For example, you are done for example, you are taking your equipment, one farmer field you are going to try, and that will have a very limited exposure. But if you are making it the organized sector or the farmers, then the message will reach to the large. For that, I can give that organization called FPOs, Farmers Producers Organization. You might have heard the word FPOs. So what we do, more particularly for startups, we connect the startups with the FPOs, not with the individual farmers. We connect to the FPOs, and that will reach to the larger requirements. So we do, this is the incubation process. At the early stage, we provide it. For information, since you raised the one word, you added the funding, Government of India or some state governments also providing a minimum, a limited funding support for a good startup. If it's really going to address the major challenges, all the startups will not be able to get the funding support. But there are few startups which is really getting a really going to do or coming out with a good product development. There is a funding support. For example, I'll tell you that one of the startups in here, he received the funding support for early stage. He developed a machine. He came and presented recently, and he developed a machine. His area is totally a land which is having a lot of stones in the area in agricultural land. So removal of the stone is a major problem. Removal of the stone is the entire removal is a problem. So he had developed a machine which can pick up all the stones from the soil and collect it and it can separate again the same land. Another machine, that machine can be used as a multi-purpose, which can be used for the agriculture field operations. So he developed an agriculture machinery to collect the stones from the rocky areas where the soil is having a lot of rocks. So identify problem for which so priorities have been done. Some funding support he has received it. He have limited funding. There are many organizations they have received the funding support, and we have a scheme. For example, my incubator unit where area we have some funding support for early stage startups. They provide it based on the requirements or the demand and fund availability. We provide it, but all the incubator centers may not have the fund for at the early stage startup. They provide only technical and business guidance. So this is the one stage for nurturing system will be done at the early stage. At the early stage, the development of the networking, bringing them to the second level, it needs a lot of support, lot of follow-up, for which the organization like us, we do a continuous program. Normally, we keep them for handholding for 1 year. The early stage startups or incubating of us will be given a space for 1 year. So we during the 1 year, the role of us to provide training to them, exposing them. For example, on 21st, we are taking around 25 startups from Hyderabad. They are all assembling from different parts of the country. People are coming from Bangalore, people are coming from Chennai and from Hyderabad. There are few startups, around 25 startups who are landing here in this campus. We are taking them to the Vijayawada, wherein we invited the FPOs of around 60 FPOs. We invited them, right? We are given what are the strength of this FPO, this startups. We already given the knowledge to the FPOs, farmers produce organization, right? They are coming there where we make the India platform. We'll put the way Mr. Fasal now organization has presented. We'll make that startup. Each startup will present to the FPOs because now whatever you develop, this is for the farmers. Unless farmers understand the technology, it will not be penetrated. Learning by Senthil or Dr. Ranjit or Ganesh Kumar, it is information to us. Whenever I have a class, I may deliver the same topic to others. But the actual users are the farmers. So what we'll do, we are taking them to the Andhra Pradesh. We have done in many places. We have done it Northeast. We have done in different parts of the country. We do this type of activity. Take our startups, bring them, expose them. They will present. Out of 60 FPOs, definitely even the 2 or 3 FPOs say one startup may get a chance. Yes, I am ready. Please, I want to purchase it. Can you try for it? My organization, my FPO want to have 2 or 3 machines from you or 2 technologies from you. There will be. So we have to connect. This is how we do many activities. Most of the organization they do it. AIDA incubation role, incubator unit is doing a lot of network as well. So during this 1 year period, we provide a lot of handholding support. Now, the second nurturing will start after when your early stage is grown up now, right? 1 year you're done. Your baby is grown. Your baby has come well, nice. Next, again, it has to grow. You should not leave. See that your baby is able to go to the college, right? So that is called acceleration, they call. That stage called, next stage called advanced stage or called acceleration. So your incubation is over, your product is good, you are able to identify, you got your market traction, some demand has come. For example, his product, now there is around 50 machines are required. For example, there is an order has come today. Please supply 50 machines to Chhattisgarh. Order has come. How do you do it? You are a small startup. To develop a one prototype, last 1 year, you got technical training, business mentoring, going to the different immersion program. So many works you have done it. Now suddenly 50 has come. How do you raise it? Right? You need the money for it. To develop a one mission, he said the cost 1.5 lakhs at the initial cost, 2018. 50 is required it. Okay, you make it out of 1.5 lakhs. The cost of production may be around 70 or 80,000. How do you make it 50? It's required around a huge amount for it. So that particular stage called acceleration stage when they are growing fast. Here also this role of the incubators will come. All incubators are not having acceleration model. AIDA, we have a acceleration model wherein those stages people will ask them to join with us. They'll be with us 4 to 5 months, will be with us. And if they are grown up very well, we will bring, in this case, what they need, they need the fund for it. Money is required because technology is becoming very strong. They already brought market traction. They already created market demand, right? Now they are able to say that, sir, I need 1 crore. I need 2 crores. I have a 50, demand is there. And around the 40 to 50% profit I can earn from this product. I need money. Who it can help you? So the role of incubators will come to support this organization to raise the fund. Right. Now, he needs 1 crore. Who will give 1 crore? Dr. Ranjit sir will give 1 crore, or Dr. Ganesh sir will come, or Dr. Senthil can come. Who will give? Who will give the money for? If somebody needs money for a particular startup, who will provide the fund? Huh? Bank. Bank at what form you will give? Interest. Interest is huge amount. As a startup, I'm in a very early stage. Just now, last 1 or 2 years, I struggled. With the difficulty, I developed this product. I spent already, I lost all my personal money, my relatives' money, every money I spent to bring this product. Bank, if I go, its interest rate is very high. There are a lot of investors are in the country in agriculture startups, angel investors, venture capitalists. You might have heard of business people. You are all maybe there are a lot of investors out there, but investors are not aware of. Some may not be aware of it. Fuzzle, but investors are maybe aware of idea. So investors used to ask idea, is there any startup who are in acceleration stage? I have money with me. I am ready to invest. If you are recommending the product is good, it's having good market traction, kindly tell us, we are ready to invest. There are investors. So the incubators or units are well connected with a good number of investors in the country, for which those who are already joined with us under the acceleration program, it's not a big number. Acceleration people will be always very less number. It cannot be like in incubation stage, you will have a numbers of 50, 70, 80. But when you go for acceleration, it's like a cream of the startups. We'll take them as acceleration, 10 to 12 or 15 people. We bring them in front of the investors. The way I said that first stage, the way I brought them to the KVK or brought them to the FPOs, here the startup will come, they will present, investors will be in the opposite side. And they will ask n number of questions because they are going to give the fine. They ask n number of questions. If they are happy with you, they will be investing. So accelerating our unit in the nurturing in the second stage, we help them to raise their funds. We help them to raise their funds. So that program, we do it yearly once. Now this year onwards, we are planning to have it twice, 2 times in a year we have to do. We are recently, when we conducted the program in May, we invited around 100 investors, then the program in outside of the campus. Around 28 investors came for 10 startups, 10 accelerated startups. Right? Each startup has got at least 2 to 3 investors. Right? I mean, there was a demand started. And here, bankers also can come. Bankers will speak on different lines. Investors here, they talk on the different approaches like an equity based, right? There is a different component which help our startups to demand, they can negotiate, and it is beneficial. So the role of incubator for the accelerator stage, also there is an investor. We will bring the investor. So idea takes care of both early stage and advanced stage. Even we are also in one of the investor, which normally we don't. What we also have investment, we also have money for it. What we do when our own baby, right? For example, now idea is like a parent for my startups. If none of them are investing to the people, and we try to invest to my grown-up child in some limited form, based on my looking, the other people will follow that. We give the limited investment of up to 25 lakhs. So what we do, because the private investors are not coming forward to invest somebody, we provide some investment. Based on my investment, the other people will follow it. For example, when I was attending meeting sometime after half an hour back, Millet Bowl, he called me. Sir, he got the second. We invested around 25 lakhs to him. Based on the investment, they already got another raised funds from other organization 50. Because this has given a support. Oh, somebody has invested. Normally, what is the human tendency? If someone follow, then again we will follow because he is on the right direction. We think that the first fellow is 3 persons are moving in the queue, we will follow as a fourth person. Right? This is a nature for it. So we give the way for them to raise the funds, and then there is a lot of. So he called me. There's a third investment by T-Hub is want to invest 25. Since we are the investor, they want the no objection for. So I think there is I'm clear about it. There is a way to support. There is a lot of support in the system. My slide I have given a lot of information actually. This all I've given with an example of how a nurturing happens in the incubator sector. So now agriculture startup whoever would like to come up, identify the good incubators first. Don't work alone. My suggestion is be always part of a system, be a part of an organization. That will help you to move. Why you are identifying NAARM for ABM program, or why you are identified the very good organization for your growth, career growth. You feel that if I get the admission in a good organization, they will mold me. That organization will see that you have grown up in a state. Same thing is applicable to the startup. Identify the good incubator. I don't say, yeah, our idea is the only good and you please come. No, my idea is to convey that when you are developing a concept, be a part of a well structured organization of the incubation, then you will get a lot of support. They will nurture you. They will bring you to the next level. So with this, let me thank you for all of you for the opportunity. Any question is there, you can ask, please. These are the things which I have told. These are large number of example. I'd say actually I brought it. Example of agri startups. There are n number. If I give example, no example of startups itself, you will get a lot of ideas, right? I'll tell you one example again. One or two example. If I say.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us about agri startup ecosystem, its prospects and challenges. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget the highest appreciation is not just to utter words, but to live by them. We wish all the very best to all the participants present here.
Thank you all for being part of the inaugural program. We also express a deep sense of gratitude to all of our sponsors. Now, I will share with you the venues and timings for the further events of Sankalp 7.0. Advitya, the B-Plan competition will be at Seminar Hall 1 from 2:15 to 3:30 p.m. Samadhan, the case study competition will be at Seminar Hall 2 from 2:15 to 5 p.m. Adhishtata, the best manager competition will be at Seminar Hall 3 from 2:15 to 4 p.m. I invite all the guests and participants to have lunch at Halls of Residence. Thank you, one and all.